Okay, how's everybody doing today? We're going to do a video or a screen capture thing here on a lesson for doing a solid. And this is no particular part, just something that I made up. And we're going to give this a try and see how it works. I am using Mastercam 2017, and I do apologize if you see any lagging. It just it is what it is, and I'm using my home computer to try this. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with going up here to wireframe, and we're going to select the circle center point, and I'm going to come over here and I'm going to click in the center and just draw my circle out. It's still highlighted in blue, so I can change the diameter. I'm going to change that to a 6, make it a 6-inch diameter. I'm going to click the green check mark. Now our geometry is bigger than what our viewing screen is, so we can hit Alt F1 on our keyboard and it will center it, and then I hit Alt F2 and it'll make it a little smaller. If you have a wheel on your mouse, you can scroll in and out, make it smaller and bigger. And now what we got to do is we got to add something else to this. So I'm going to do a square. I'm going to click on the rectangle, and I'm going to anchor to center, and I'm going to put 3 and 3, and then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to click in the center. So that's a little bit of lag I was talking about. We're going to click the green check mark, and we have our geometry. And this is the geometry that we're going to use for this solid. This is all the geometry that we will create. Okay, so now we're ready to create our solids. We see our solids window is over here so that we can see what's going on after we've created it. But we're going to go to solids, and we're going to go to extrude, and then I'm going to click on that circle, and I'm going to click the green check mark because that's what I want to extrude, and we see that we got a solid. Okay, now in the boxes over here we have some options. We've got extrude, which is what we've done. We've got create body, cut body, add boss. We're going to use the create body, and then we're going to change the direction because I want that to go down, and I'm going to change the thickness to 2 inches. Okay, now we're not going to close out of this because we're going to do more operations. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to put a hole in it. So we're going to hit the blue check mark as a plus. We're going to leave it over here on chain. We're going to select the square. Click OK. Now it is going the same direction, but right now what we got is we got create body. We want to cut body. Now we have just put a 2-inch hole through there, and we are going to now click plus because I'm going to add to this. I'm going to select that same square. I'm going to click OK. I'm going to change to create body, and I'm going to change directions, and I'm going to leave it at 2 inches. So now we have created 2 separate pieces. See how I click on that? Just the bottom highlights. I click on that, and that one highlights. And over here in our manager, we see we have 2 solids. Now what I want to do is I want to make those one solid, and you would think that because we use the same square to create the hole and the box on top that they would all be touching, but they're not actually touching. Okay, so what we're going to do with the highlighted box is we're going to go to transform, and I'm going to translate. I'm going to click on move, and then I'm going to say minus 0.01, 10 thousandths, and I hit enter, and I'm going to click the green check mark. We're going to have a box pop up, say that you have geometry that you did not move, or wireframe, do you want to move the wire defining wireframe entities, and we're just going to say yes. Okay, so now we have this setting 10 thousandths down inside that. We can go back to solids, and what we're going to do here is we're going to make these one. Okay, so I'm going to click on Boolean. We're going to do a Boolean add, and it's asking for the target body. There's our target body, and then it says the tool bodies. We're going to click that box, and we're going to click the green check mark. We're doing an add. We have a solid, we have a body, and we are done with that. We click OK. Now look, we just have one. And if I click on this, they all turn yellow. That is the Boolean add operation. Now with this, we're going to do some stuff that to just make it look a little more like a part. So what I'm going to do is I want to do a fillet. I'm going to do a face-to-face fillet. And I'm going to click on this face, rotate it around those three faces, and then I click OK, and it's going to ask me to click on the second face. So I'm going to click on that face, and it's going to come up. We have face-to-face fillet with a radius. You can see that radius is in there. I'm going to scroll down on the left, and I'm going to change that. I want a 0.25. Okay, so we have a 0.25 radius in there. And then we can click the green check mark. I'm going to right click here with a little lag, and I'm going to go isometric view. Okay, now I want to do a constant fillet because I'm going to make it look a little better than what it is. And I'm going to clear those two out because I just want the edge. Okay, and I'm going to do all these edges along the top, along the side. We'll click on these edges, and we don't want to forget the back side. Okay, and we click the green check mark, and it puts 100 thousandths radius on. Now that's just the default. I'm going to change that also to 0.25. And it looks like that. Okay, so now we have that. Maybe I want to go ahead and put a 2.5 radius out here on this edge. So I'm going to hit plus, and I'm going to select that. Now I have a radius on that. It's that simple. So I'm thinking to make this look even better, I'm going to go inside here, and I'm going to put a radius on the inside. Select those and see how it shows it's all highlighted. And I think I'll put a radius out here on the outside. And we have that. And now we have a solid part. That looks pretty good. I'm going to click OK. Now to review what we've done is we started with geometry, wireframe. We made a 6-inch circle. We anchored a 3-inch square in the center. We did an extrude under solids. And then we did an extrude cut. And then we did another extrude where we raised the box up. Then we did a transform. We dropped the box down 10 thousandths. And then we did a Boolean operation where we added it so it's all one. Then we did a face-to-face fillet. And then we did constant fillets. And that is a short little video on creating